It is Thursday, April 9th, 2026. This is another edition of Baseball Today presented to you by T-Mobile. That is my man, Trevor Plouffe. I am Chris Rose, producer Dan, along for the ride as well, as we are taping, truth be told, late night on Wednesday. Flights, got some NFL stuff. Then we got a little warehouse games coming up this weekend. Have you done your stretching? Are you in shape? You ready to go?
I am kind of like big-bodied right now. So mobility, not necessarily my strong suit, but I've been moving a little bit, but I'm a little bit more bulky right now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Chris,
okay.
I'm ready to bang the ball around the warehouse like I always do.
I love that. We got a lot of good stuff to get to, but we're going to start off this show with kind of some tough news as we pay our respects to somebody who is near and dear to us here at John Boy Media. Miguel Rojas, the two-time World Series champion shortstop of the Los Angeles Dodgers, who unexpectedly lost his father, Mickey, to a heart attack. I don't know what to say, man. I feel for the man. He has shared so much of his experience from growing up in Venezuela to leaving that country that he had only known as a teenager to coming over here and grinding for the better part of a decade to realize his major league dream and then eventually become a World Series champion. So over the last few years, he has lost both of his parents and his grandfather, with whom he was extremely close. He decided to play in the game at Toronto, the series finale on Wednesday, because he said his dad just would have wanted it that way. And he was obviously extremely emotional, as you can understand. And we just are sending our thoughts to a guy who has really become a family member here and has done so much for our company. And we love him here. We're sending a big hug.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Miggy Rowe knows we're thinking about him. I was actually at the barbershop today, and a couple guys sitting next to me were talking about that. And, they were expressing the same thing we're doing, talking about how they lost their fathers. And it was just kind of like, it's like, man, like people really do love Miggy Rowe, because they were literally sitting next to me saying, we love that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't say anything. I wasn't like, hey, I actually know him, and he is awesome. But he's become super beloved in the city of LA.
No question. And, hopefully I'll get a chance to see him here in the near future and wrap my arms around him, just tell him how much we care for him. I don't care how old you are when it happens, when you lose a parent, and in his case, both of them, which is something that unfortunately I've had the experience of going through. Nothing. I mean, it's kind of shakes you to your core. So he's going to need a lot of support from his family. I know he's got a sister, obviously his wife, his two kids, whom he loves dearly, and his baseball family, and we're here to do that. So, Miggy, we're thinking of you and Mickey as well. Just like Miguel Rojas moved on and got to his job, we will do the same here. We have talked pretty much about this the last week or so, about Connor Griffin getting the $140 million extension that finally became official on Wednesday. And it was great to see this and see it for the city of Pittsburgh. And Bob Nutting, who has been on the wrong side of a lot of press in the Steel City, made really interesting comment about this extension.
There's no question. I think we accomplished two very important, very good goals with this, with bringing him up and then with the extension. There's no question that he makes a team better right now, which is remarkable for a 19-year-old kid. But if you ask anyone in the clubhouse, positive impact right now at a time when the entire organization, the entire city feels urgency to be able to build on the base and perform. And to be able to combine that with the character, with the person that he is, over a long term, to create a fresh anchor as we go forward into the future. He fits both of those, and we just couldn't be more grateful to have him a part of the team.
So, as I mentioned, he hasn't received the best press in that city, and deservedly so. I mean, there have been sell the team chants there for years, et cetera, et cetera. Do you think this move, it might not wipe the slate clean, but do you think it has kind of turned a corner for ownership?
I think with the offseason that they had, the rumored players they were after, and then this, and a little bit of winning. I mean, the Pirates they have a good record right now. I mean, that's the main thing. And we're kind of going through the same thing in Minnesota. I don't want to put it there, but it's like new owner comes in. Now it's same family, but new owner, and he's kind of dealing with the backlash of yesteryear. And the only way to get out of that is to, like have some guys come up that people can look forward to, and an extension is nice, but really it's the product on the field. Like, you have to start winning. You have to put a product on the field that people want, and he's doing that right now in Pittsburgh. So I think that's kind of the key here. Went out, spent some money in the offseason, realized that the Paul Skenes thing wasn't going to get done, so you were on borrowed time essentially. And I think because of that, there's a little bit of there's a sense of urgency in Pittsburgh right now, and I think the fans are. You got to feel pretty good in Pittsburgh right now.
Yeah, and that's what we've talked about, is that it gives hope, right? I use the example that there's a kid out there that can now buy a Connor Griffin jersey at the age of 10 and wear it all the way through high school, although Trevor kind of deflated that point by saying the jersey won't fit. But I think the point still stands here. It's obviously not going to wipe the slate clean, but what it does is it brings good vibes to the entire Pittsburgh baseball situation. For years, all the narrative has been, well, the stadium's great. Sure, it'd be nice to have it somewhat filled the second half of the season instead of just counting down the days till Steelers training camp. That's a horrible way to live. It's a great sports city. I can say that. I'm from Cleveland. I'm not supposed to like Pittsburgh. I like Pittsburgh. I've always had a great time when I visited it. Cleveland and Pittsburgh were actually more cousins and family than anything else, even though our football teams hate one another. But we're rowing in the same baseball boat. Our ownership, it feels like the fans care way more than ownership. That's the way it feels. So I think it's just nice that the fans can look at their owner and say, hell yes, this is what it's. We're not asking you to be the Mets. We're not asking you to be the Dodgers, but at least make it respectable, where when we pay our hard-earned money, that it feels like you give it, what as well. So I think it's good. I think it was a good day for Bob Nutting.
They got a lot of stuff going right in Pittsburgh right now. They truly
do.
Yeah.
They sure do. This is awesome. This is great. And by the way, they put out an 11.5-minute video of his major league debut where the social media team from the Pirates followed him around. It's out right now. They did an excellent job. It really captured the emotion without being extremely intrusive, which I think is a delicate dance that you have to do if that's indeed your job. So tip of the cap to the social media team for the Pittsburgh Pirates on that. The other side of this is that there were a bunch of teammates that showed up to Connor Griffin's extension press conference, including Paul Skenes, who was asked about the extension as well.
Yeah, just super happy for him and his family. Glad he got a deal that works for him, and he's going to be the face of the Pirates for a long time.
Oof! Ouch! Wait, all those good vibes, and now I hear that out of that dude's mouth. What a kick in the you-know-what.
I mean, Pirates fans, I think, have already come to grips with it. And maybe it changes course, man. I don't know. It's probably not going to change course, but I think Pirates fans know that.
Okay, even if you do.
And how about this? If you're a Pirates fan, you'd be like, we got the best 5 years out of Paul Skenes. 6 years out of Paul Skenes, right?
Under
what? You think he's going to be gone before that?
I think he gets traded.
I don't know, man. We've been seeing this lately, Chris. We're seeing it with the Tigers right now with Tarek Skubal.
Mm-hmm.
Those two are neck and neck as far as who's the best pitcher in baseball right now. Mm-hmm. If the Pirates are in a situation where we're going to the playoffs and we're looking up and we might have a shot here. I don't know. What's a package? You have to trade him with 2 years of service time, because if you do it with 1 year of service time, you're feeling like you're not going to get enough.
Right.
So
you're talking about 1 year or 2 years to go on his contract. Right.
Yes.
I guess it just like the Pirates fans are sitting here. We're like, yes, we feel great. $140 million extension for a 19-year-old shortstop. And then you hear that out of Paul Skenes' mouth, which is it's not like great. I mean, I think he's right. I think he's dead on with all of that. And yeah, you just have to deal with it. If you're a Pirates fan, how can you both enjoy the season and not feel like you are living on borrowed time every 5 days when you see him pitch? You
still got a lot of time in front of you. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you don't seem to think so.
No. What I'm saying is that I guess because I'm a Cleveland fan, I always say that we're 90% scar tissue, and so there is a sense of negativity in virtually everything that we deal with sports-wise. So I don't know. I don't have the experience of being able to compartmentalize the positivity and push away the negative where it doesn't become part of the story.
I think I can do it really easily. Hey, we're going to get 6 incredible years out of Paul Skenes. It's better to have loved and lost than never loved before. Chris.
Oh, you make my heart flutter.
You are really testing that tonight.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know. Pirates fans out there, let us know how you're feeling. And just baseball fans in general, how would you deal with it? Would you sit here worrying? And
dude, if freaking Paul Skenes was on my team,
you would
the
love
last thing I'm thinking is like, dude, I can't believe he's going to leave in 3 years. I'm going to be like, fuck yeah, Paul Skenes is on my team right now.
You're right. And that's how it should be, right? That's how it should be. I guess shame on me for not being able to turn that page and deal with it. You're right.
That's the Cleveland guy in you.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's a hard way to go. It is a hard way to go.
I'm a California kid, eternal optimist out here.
Well, yeah, because also some of the teams that you root for have no problem dishing out the dough.
Like the Twins?
No.
By the way, on a heater.
We already talked about them on Wednesday's show. Can you move on, please? A lot to get to, obviously, with that whole philosophy. Give us your thoughts on Bob Nutting. Do you think he got a little bit of goodwill back? I didn't say wipe the slate clean. I said just a little bit of goodwill. Did he get it back or not? All sorts of stuff there. All right, today's episode, it is sponsored by Lids. All right, we got something fun for you. You remember the Simpsons episode where Homer made a bat out of a tree? It got struck by lightning. It's called the Wonder Bat. Of course you do. Great guest starring appearances. Griffey, Clemens, Boggs, Mattingly, Strawberry. It was just an all-time crossover episode. Well, that's officially come to life because the Simpsons times Major League Baseball times New Era collection, it is out right now. It is exclusively at Lids. We're talking about hats and apparel that pull directly from that episode and the broader Simpsons universe. Your team's logo floating in the Springfield sky. I'm wearing it right now. My Guardians cap with all of the great clouds. And on the inside, believe it or not, yeah, look at that. See the clouds in there? That is awesome. My hair sucks, but the hat is great. So you got your team's logo. It's floating in the sky. It's design inspired by the Wonder Bat. Even Krusty the Clown, not crown, but Krusty the Clown pieces. If you want something with a little more personality. They got all 30 teams. They got multiple styles. So whether you want something subtle or something that really stands out, there's an option for you. If you're a baseball fan and a Simpsons fan, pretty much a no-brainer. So head to your local Lids or check it out online. It's a limited collection. So once it's gone, it is Gone. And you can get 15% off your next in-store headwear or apparel purchase by texting today to 29017. That is the word today, 29017. I heard you laughing at something. What were you laughing at?
I don't know. You're just incredible at your ad reads. I also have that hat in Twins, with a Twins logo on it. And I have a Yankees one. They sent me a whole box, Chris. Did you get a box?
No.
Yeah, well.
I mean, I got a box, but there was one hat in it.
Oh, I got
so
I have the Yankee hat. I have a Yankee shirt. I have the Wonder Bat. It's all this stuff. Yeah.
Jorge Soler, he found out on Wednesday before the game he was going to be suspended. He got called into the principal's office. So too did Reynaldo Lopez. They each got 7-game suspension for their respective parts in that fisticuff between the Angels and the Braves. Well, Soler, he appealed that punishment, and then he punished something else.
Not real happy at the 7-game suspension.
There's a fly ball in the field. Jorge Soler sends one way back, and that is gone. So while Soler is able to, until that suspension kicks in, he's still going to drill some home runs for the Halos.
He was pissed, wasn't he?
Pissed, and like a pitcher gets the suspension. What his start gets pushed back a day. A hitter goes a week without seeing pitching? That's way harsher on the hitter.
Yeah. So eventually what happened was Soler appealed his suspension. Lopez agreed to a reduced suspension, so he started serving it on Wednesday, and all he has to do is flip-flop day starts with Holmes, and so he's going to start when he's due back on Tuesday. So obviously you have a problem with them each getting originally the same number.
Well, okay. Like, here's the thing. I'm kind of like, you're never going to hear me do this again, probably. I'm going to side with Lopez here. Like, I don't think he should have gotten suspended.
At all?
What? Okay, like, the guy charges you. What are you supposed to do? Just be like, hands up, stop, please, don't, like, you're in a fight.
I don't know. He did have a weapon in his hands.
Dude, I saw that. I get it, but he's not the one that started it. Like, Soler came at him. So if he put the ball down and took a swing with regular fists, like, that's a lot better.
Okay.
I just look, if you're a pitcher, he didn't throw purposely at Soler. I think we can all say that. I didn't love the pitch. I understand why Soler's mad about it. I get it. Been there. But if someone charges at you and you're just defending yourself, like, what? Why do I get suspended?
Because you threw the ball at him. You hit him earlier in the game. I know what the count was. It wasn't like home run on Tuesday night. Next time we see you, immediately step in the box and get thrown at. It was further on in the at bat. And then in the fifth, it didn't get super close to his head, but close enough where it makes you guys uncomfortable. Would it have not if you had been in the batter's box? Would have made you uncomfortable.
I mean, it's the only reason any of this happens because Soler misinterpreted what he said, right? That's basically what happened.
That takes us to the man who this company is named after. Jimmy put out a 10-plus minute breakdown of everything that transpired. And I have to admit, sometimes I don't have the time to watch Jimmy's breakdowns. And shame on me because they are so good and so well done. He picks on people in the crowd, like what they're doing, each thing. And here's the middle part of why Soler may have charged the mound. Give a listen.
You good? Was that intentional? You going to hit me again? Don't like this. He says, you okay? Wait, you okay? You all right? And now I reached out to my crack team of Spanish lip readers, and we cracked the code.
Fue de maldad. Fue de maldad.
So what that means is basically it was on purpose. It was intentional. It was an act of malice.
So there you go. You're going to have to watch the rest of it. The guest appearance by Joe's.
So good.
Oh, excellent.
I got about 3 minutes into that. I made it to basically that part before I got pulled on by my kids a million different ways. So I haven't finished it yet. I can't wait to. But definitely, yeah. Like whenever Jimmy puts out a banger like that, it's a must watch.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And now that we have access to all the footage, like they're only getting better.
Well, and now Joe's has kind of cleared it up. Jimmy's saying it was an act of malice. So now that, according to...
No. That's not what he said in the video.
That is exactly what he just said.
He said that was more like in tongue-in-cheek. It wasn't... Okay. Agree to disagree.
You know what your next job should be? Now that we're, partners with Major League Baseball. Although that doesn't mean that we sit here and kiss. That's not what we do. We still give our opinions, and they're perfectly fine with it. You should have a hand in doling out punishment.
I'm biased. I mean, I'm like admittedly biased. Like if I'm on a jury duty and they're like, hey, what about you? I'm like biased. Like I will always give the pitchers worse all the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the case of Soler versus Lopez.
Except for this one, I guess. This was unbiased by me. What are you supposed to do, man? Someone charged at you, you got to defend yourself.
What do you think
we need to go back and like this is money. That's essentially what this is. For Lopez, it's nothing but not getting paid for.
Right.
I believe that's what it is. I don't think they get paid.
Well, you were never suspended. You were never the naughty boy.
No, I was a good boy. Do they get paid?
Dan, why don't you look that up?
I think they do get paid, actually.
And
any fine that you get from getting thrown out, suspended might be different, but any fine you get or assessed for like getting thrown out, you like can donate it to your charity.
Yeah, that's a write-off.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Dan's going to look that up and let us know. They don't get paid.
Okay, so that's to me. I'm like, if I'm Lopez, I'm like, what the heck?
You should have gotten thrown out. You were never thrown out, were you?
No.
God.
Why would I'm not trying to get thrown out, bro. Chris, I'm a relationship builder. Like, I am trying to make these umpires my best friend. My besties.
All right. I bet you that he pleads down to a 5-game suspension and he'll miss a week. That's my guess.
It still sucks for him.
It does.
This whole thing sucks.
Yeah. You know what doesn't? That we've got t-shirts out there at shop.johnboymedia.com. That is a great, whoever turned that around on our team, kudos to our apparel squad. Trish did it.
Shout out Trish.
That away. Different colors, depending
is that Walt Weiss? Right?
That's a great picture.
It's Walt Weiss, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's going in for the tackle. 62-year-old Walt Weiss.
Oh, man. Just ready to throw down, put him in a chokehold. There's like stories coming out that he put Josh Donaldson in a chokehold in a clubhouse in Atlanta.
I told you. Black belt.
You don't mess. If somebody has formal training with any sort of combat sport, you don't mess with that person.
You know who I do battle bots with, right?
The Miz.
No, The Miz is American Gladiators, which comes out
That's
next week. We'll be talking a lot about that. Kenny Florian.
Yeah, he's a
badass. And that's why I've always stayed on his good side, because we've had a lot of talks that I can't all share about being able to defend himself and whom he could take down and how big a person. Like Kenny is like about $175 or something. So I always ask him, like, what if like a NFL linebacker starts mouthing at you? He's like, then you better look out.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Just maneuver the body around a little bit, take the arm, you're done.
He's got some incredible stories. I'm looking forward to seeing him. We're back shooting battle bots. That's good. But in the meantime, I love talking baseball with you. That's a good stuff. And you're just so nice.
Yeah, I can beat some people up.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're working with one of them. All right, it's time right now for Game Savers, which is powered by Amazon. Just like Amazon's ready to save the day when life throws you a curveball, let's discuss how the Colorado Rockies, these guys whose hat I am adorning during this show, might have saved the entire season for the fan base out in Denver by doing cool stuff like this.
Into the bat, but Hunter's so strong. Did he get it? You bet! Second of the year for Hunter Goodman. Make it 7-1 Colorado.
We had a good spring training. We felt like we were building something as a group, as a unit. This is the kind of baseball I expect them to play, and they expect themselves to play.
Yeah, that's their skipper, Warren Schaefer. They gave him the controls. Well, they swept the series. They took a series from Toronto recently, but they're just at 500. So should we really be patting them on the back?
I think it's kind of like the way they got there. You know, if you listen to Warren talk about the team, or even like a Michael Lorenzen talk about the team, he's like, we have a good group here. We're focused on, Warren talks about the offense, passing the baton. Okay, we take some big walks. They're bunting for base hits. They're kind of just having good at bats together as a unit, because a lot of like the numbers aren't great. I know, again, it's through 10 games. It is what it is, or whatever it is. 12 games now? Yeah, 12 games.
12 games.
But having a sort of a team identity, I think, is something that's special, especially if you're a team that doesn't have like the big name guys in the middle of your lineup or the big stopper ace in your rotation. Like, you have to have some sort of identity and then really buy into it. And that's what it seems like is happening right now. And Lorenzen's a great veteran for them in that rotation. And there's some young good bats. We know about Hunter Goodman. TJ Rumfield is like one of my new favorite swings in the game. Like he just swings like he wants to kill the ball, which I always love. Mickey Moniak has found his way there. Even my buddy, I got 2 former Twins on the team right now, Willie Castro and Eddie Julian. So I am partial to watching the Rockies. I don't know if I feel bad for them sometimes because it's been bad baseball for the better part of, I don't know, a decade.
Yeah, I mean, since 2018, they made the playoffs in back-to-back years in 17 and 18, and it's been a hard downward spiral.
But they're a fun watch right now. So yeah, they got to keep that up. Keep that whatever they got going on, that energy in the clubhouse. Keep it going.
This story is all about perspective. They are 6-6, and most people would say, "Who gives a flying you know what?" They're 500. Give me a guess what date last year they got their 6th win on.
Oh, you're making it sound bad. April 17th.
Try another 2 weeks.
Oh,
May 1st. They did not get their 6th win of the season until freaking May. All right? You want a little bit more?
Checking you.
You can. Go for it. Fact check me.
Oh my gosh. There are 1-3 in March and 4-22 in April and 4-24 in May. They got 9 wins in the first 2 months.
I will take an apology whenever you'd like.
Sheesh.
You want more perspective? Here. If they lose 90 games, which I still think is probably pretty decent. For most fan bases, you're like, 90 losses. That's horrible. That is going to be a 29-game improvement. 29 games. If the Pirates have a 29-game improvement from last year to this year, they're going to be a 100-win team.
Oh my God.
The Rockies lost 119 games last year. They've had 3 straight 100-loss seasons. They've had 4 in a row where they've lost at least 94. That is for God's sakes, if they're horrible again like that, Kelsey Wingert is going to get hazard pay for being out there. But I think that it could be an enjoyable ride even if they do lose 90 this year.
They have some people worth watching. I'm looking at their schedule from last year. Now you got me all interested in it. There was 3 teams they had a winning record against. Obviously, my Twins, I was there. I called these games. They went 2-1 against the Twins. They went 4-2 against St. Louis. Sorry, St. Louis. And then 4-3 against Washington. Every other team they played against, they had a losing record. 2-11 against the Dodgers. 2-11 against the Giants. 3-10 against the Padres.
Hey, I hope it goes well. Once again, 90 losses should be a great season for them and their fans.
TJ Rumfield, go check him out.
And it might be their shirtless fans. Did you see this? This seems to be a growing thing out of Coors.
Okay.
They were up in the nosebleeds and they start chanting, "Take it off, take it off." Of course, if you know anything about my history in the warehouse games, I about hopped on the next flight to Denver. Try and make it there for the last couple innings. Just to say
you act like you got a bad body. Your body is looking nice these days.
It's average. It's okay. It could be better.
It's above average for your age.
How about this? If the Rockies are 500 by the All-Star break, then I will join all of the bare-chested people out there and fly out and go do a game.
When's this date?
All-Star break.
Okay.
I should do a piece out there where
I would love that. Twins went last year, so they're not going this year, but
yeah, I'll go do that.
All right. Hey, the internet's forever, so you heard it here first, people.
That's true. Yeah. Hey, thanks to our partners at Amazon. Shop Amazon, save on essentials, and save the every day. All right. I can't believe this story. When I saw it, I had to read it 3 times to make sure it was accurate. That Shane Smith has been demoted by the White Sox. And I was like, the guy who was pitched in the All-Star game? I said, didn't he throw opening day for them? Well, yeah, after walking 5 Baltimore batters in his last start, he was sent down to Charlotte. Is this as bizarre as it sounds to me or not?
I don't think so. When you really kind of look at what was going on here, I mean, here are his lines: 1 2/3, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 3 innings pitched, 7 earned runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, and then a better earned run start here: 3 2/3, no earned runs, great, but also 5 walks. So I think if you're the White Sox, you got a good thing going to start the year a little bit. Like, you've had a good series against the Blue Jays. You got some players that you really like. I think they're looking at this like, hey, it's early. We can't have like this. We can't have our bullpen getting blown up every single time you pitch. You need to go down right away. Let's nip this in the bud. Go down to AAA, figure some things out. We'll have you right back up. That's how I'm envisioning this going. I mean, 18% walk rate just isn't going to get the job done at the big league level. So you got to figure out a way to throw strikes.
Yeah, 9 walks in 8. 9 walks in 8 1/3. Chicago brass said that he handled it great and like he's on board. And it probably went similarly to what you're saying, that it wouldn't surprise me if he's back by the end of the month.
And it's okay to get sent down. Like in fact, like some guys truly, really, they need that. Like sometimes a reset, a refresh is really needed. And as long as I tell people this all the time, especially guys that I know that get sent down, like everybody goes through it. You have to just like take it for what it's worth and have that big perspective. Like, hey man, like I know it feels like the whole world is looking at me right now and that I stink and everyone's disappointed in me, but that's like just not the case. It's just part of your baseball journey. Your baseball journey isn't always like this.
Yeah.
There's times where it's going to ebb and flow a little bit, and you just have to have that type of perspective. And it's hard to when you're in it, but it'll be fine.
That's good. Very good, doctor. You could have been a sports psychologist.
No, I've been that guy.
You've lived it?
Oh, man.
Those were your classes?
Here's great advice for people. Once you can understand that like not everyone's paying attention to you, your life becomes a lot better. Like, you're not always the star of the show. Do you know what I mean? I feel like too many times, maybe it's just me. I mean, you tell me how you feel about it. Too many times you're like, if something's going wrong, you feel like the whole world's looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not the case.
I think that's fair. Look, we both spent time in front of the camera, you playing a sport and me broadcasting it. There's been ups and downs.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
you might mess up and, now maybe you go viral and just have a bad take. We have bad takes that happen, right?
Absolutely.
And you're like, oh man, like everyone's going to see that. But like, dude, time moves on. Like, you'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. That's great stuff. Very, very good. I came for a baseball show and I just got the rest of my life philosophically planned out now, courtesy.
Stop making it all about you. You'll be all right.
Oh, for goodness sakes. All right, so let's continue this thought.
Okay.
Who do you want to yell and scream at to get their ass going?
Oh, I forgot we were doing this. Everybody on the Red Sox, Trevor Story.
Except?
Wilyer Abreu.
Okay.
All the outfielders. Rafaela, Roman Anthony, Jarren Duran. Like, get it going, guys. Trevor Story. I love him. 18 strikeouts to 0 walks.
Woo!
Through 50 at bats.
Ouch.
Yeah. So, like, we all know the Red Sox are struggling. There's like bizarre quotes coming from Alex Cora. There's people calling for Rafaela to return to the infield, and maybe that sparks something, but like they just have not got it done. Marcelo Meyer, you're getting a shot here, not getting it done. Like, pretty much the only person that's doing anything is Wilson Contreras, who is, feisty. You have Wilyer Abreu and Yoshida, Connor Wong in limited at bats, but like it's they need to get going.
Yeah, there's only one team in the American League that's got a worse record because Boston did end up winning that series against Milwaukee, and that would be the Seattle Mariners, the team that both of us picked to win the World Series. Well, you could have thrown Cal Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez in there.
And Julio we're used to. Cal, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, both of those guys. For me, it's another dude in the American League West, and I think he has started to turn a little bit of a corner. On Wednesday night, Nick Kurtz got a couple of hits. He would have had one more except for a great play by Jazz Chisholm. But, Kurtz, he didn't get his first RBI until Sunday. That was also the first day he got an extra base hit. And I think part of it is just that he was so damn good after the first 3 weeks of last year. Now, he did start slowly. He actually went through an 0 for 21 drought. And we talked on this show whether or not it would have been a good idea to send him back down. Instead, they were like, no, we're going to ride it out. He ended up hitting 36 homers over 117 games played. That is a ridiculous rate. He also had a $1 OPS a season ago. You know a few of the other rookies in baseball history that have done that? Aaron Judge did it.
Mark McGwire.
Albert Pujols did it. Ted Williams did it.
Not Mark McGwire?
Shoeless Joe Jackson did it. We'll have to look about McGwire. Let me see here.
He had 50 as a rookie?
He had 49. Let me see here. His rookie year, his OPS was 987.
Ooh, so close.
Yeah. Well, that just shows you the guy hits 49 homers and he doesn't get there. It's pretty impressive when you do. But Kurtz is a guy who I really believe in him. Like, it's just such a stud. And he'll get there.
You could say the same thing about all the A's offense.
Mm-hmm.
Ton of guys need to get it going. Jacob Wilson, get it going. Tyler Soderstrom, get it going.
Mm-hmm. Well, they paid
Rooker, get it going.
They paid a few of those guys too. They extended them. They're part of the A's family for quite some time. That's good. All right, let us know who do you want to set the alarm for. No Kansas City jokes, please, in the comments.
Oh yeah,
let's get it going. All right, we got still a little bit more show coming your way, but first, this.
Baseball is here. People, the days are getting longer. The sun is back out, and the baseball season is finally upon us. Baseball is a game of inches. We all know that. The result of a game hinges on 1,000 little moments, and momentum can shift quickly. That's why we decided to team up with Fanatics Markets, the trusted home for real-time sports prediction markets. It's simple. Just pick a game and choose an outcome, like which team will win, which player will hit a home run, and more. It's time to get involved in the action. Then buy the contracts based on what you think will happen. Yes, if you think it will. No, if you don't. Buy as many as you want. Sell if the price moves in your favor, or you can let them settle when the event ends. From opening day to the Fall Classic, no matter who you root for, Fanatics Markets is right there with you. Join the Baseball Today family on Fanatics Markets. Event contracts carry risk of total loss and changing prices. Not good for all investors. Not available in all states. Must be 21 plus. See important disclosures in Fanatics Markets app. Customers are introduced to Crypto.com by Paragon Global Markets LLC, DBA Fanatics Markets IB, and introducing broker registered with the CFTC and a member of the NFA.
All right, before we get out of here, I was a Little League dad. You are currently right in the thick of the sauce, and there's nothing better than, hanging out and watching kids develop through a sport that you love, right? But there's one part of it that's just not great, certainly for somebody like me. That is former Major League All-Star Matt Carpenter taking the one hopper right south of the equator. Yee-hee!
Oh my gosh, it's a bad lip right there off the mound. He's playing turf. I think this kid misses home. Run the tape. I think he misses home. I saw that.
Really? That's what you're taking away from
Let's
the
go.
video?
He's in pain. Does this kid touch home?
Oh,
Nope.
He totally missed.
Missed it. He's out.
And so is Carpenter.
Missed it.
Yeah, he did miss home.
That's hilarious.
Have you had the
dad's
good fortune?
checking on him? What is going on? What are they going to do? Rub it and make it feel better?
Stop. Have you had the good fortune of having your beanbags rung up in Little League yet?
No, not yet. We are at a time now. We got a few kids that hit the ball very hard with these bats, dude. I can still pitch to most of them without a screen, and I feel safe. There's a couple kids I will not do. I won't.
Yeah. Get behind that screen. I saw some dad's face explode. Not pretty. Put that screen up.
I mean, number one.
I know.
Number two, I'm there. I'm there with you now. These bats are too crazy.
Yeah. Let's be careful. I had I love our little league team. Like Brady was an all-star all the way up. The kids still get together once a summer. Like basically the whole team still. They get together and they're all buddies.
That's awesome.
I was walking across for infield one time and I was talking to somebody else, and our first baseman, love him to death. He's enormous. Jacob Rosenfeld, sweetest kid. He's firing the ball, you know, throwing grounders to his teammates, and I wasn't looking, and he fired one. It took one hop and it right there. Dude, I was in such pain. I was in so much pain. And there were a bunch of parents that were there just watching the practice. They were like, oh, they're all calling Michelle. Like, hope you didn't want to have any more kids.
I don't have like a good like kick in the nuts story.
No nut shot story?
No, even when I was a pitcher in high school, I wore a cup when I pitched. Like I always wore a cup, no matter what.
Do you remember the David Price one where he took the line drive off the cup?
Yeah.
God almighty. Most pitchers don't wear them.
Pitchers and outfielders don't.
The third baseman, like Adrian Beltre, ended up on the injured list with like some sort of particular injury. And Juan Uribe, do you remember his quote?
Yeah, he didn't need a cup. There was none big enough. You know what? This is the second Juan Uribe shout out. We did it today on Talking Baseball. So
what was that one for?
Jake and I always square up like before the show, and he picks a pitcher, I pick a hitter, and I said Juan Uribe today because he was on the front page of Baseball Reference.
Oh,
and Jake
nice.
immediately goes, everybody knows.
Oh,
you wish people would say that about me and you.
I don't care what they say anymore.
Okay.
But today's episode is sponsored by SoFi. I am an active investor in crypto, but it took me a while to get there. I always felt like trading platforms, they were complicated, they were confusing. But then guess what? You have SoFi at your disposal. It's the first nationally chartered bank where you can buy, sell, and hold cryptocurrency all from a simple app. You can access over 25 cryptocurrencies all on one federally regulated platform with the safeguards of a bank. SoFi provides in-app guidance, helps you learn as you go so you can invest smarter. And the best part, all of this can be done in the same SoFi app as the rest of your finances. Man, oh man, consolidation, it is the key to success. Now, crypto is inherently risky. You need to make sure it's right for your financial situation. But if you're ready to explore crypto with SoFi, all you have to do is visit SoFi.com/JohnBoy to start your crypto journey today. We go from starting your crypto journey to ending the show. We will have Friday off because we will be busy with the warehouse games. We will be back in business on Monday. We can't wait to break down 4 days of action. I don't know how we're going to trim that show down to under like 3 hours, but we will. We'll figure out a way. Can't wait to see you, big boy, on the East Coast. It'll be fun.
I can't wait either. Me, you, and Peter Moylan, Kelsey Wingert, we're going to dinner.
It'll have to be like Saturday.
Okay.
We're going
to drag you out of bed.
No, you're not. I'm not fun when I am.
Our normal restaurant, corner booth, we got it.
I know. I love being there. I love it. It's a great place.
Yeah.
It is a great, great place. And then Moylan on the way home when I'm trying to be so good. Rosie, ice cream.
Ice cream, Rosie.
I'm like, come on, man, you're killing me.
After he eats a freaking gummy. Woof.
Talk about a true dessert. Yeah. For our one-of-a-kind producer, Dan Rourke, the uber-talented Trevor Plouffe, I am Chris Rose. We will see you next week here on Baseball Today, presented to you by T-Mobile.